Day 62. You can probably hear it's pouring rain, and I just had started packing up and got everything packed up except for my food and cooking gear, and went outside to cook some breakfast. And as soon as I started, the rain started coming down. So I climbed back in my tent to have a little bit of hot coffee, some oatmeal, and a cinnamon bun for breakfast. And so now I'm going to have to get out there and pack up everything in the rain, in the pouring rain. What a mess. So I don't know if I'm going to still stop at the brewery today or not. I don't know if I feel like dealing with that in the rain. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet, but we'll see as the day goes on. So I got up, got everything ready to go, pack it up, and the downpour starts. Climbed back in my tent, had to go to the restroom outside, and just in that short span of time I just got drenched. I had my rain jacket on, so I came back into the tent and waiting it out for the downpour to stop. Right now it sounds like the downpour is slowing up to a mild rain, so I might try to make a break for it and just hope for the best. Put on my rain skirt, which is a trash bag, and my rain jacket, and just make the best of it. We'll see how it goes. I don't have any cell service as usual. AT&T is terrible out here, so I don't have any way to see what the weather forecast is, and I have to play it by ear. Should be an interesting day. Considering the rain delay, it's not that bad. It's 8:45 and I'm out of here. The rain has slowed down significantly. It's barely raining at all right now. And just an update on my new backpack. I ordered it, let's see, when was it? The night before last. And from the company Z-Packs in Florida. It's a small company that was started by hikers. They already emailed me and said that I should have it on time to pick it up when I visit my daughter in Charlottesville on Tuesday, because I had emailed them with concern that the information on their website said that some of the backpacks were made to order, so it might take longer. So good customer service so far, far better than Osprey. So far so good. Keep you updated. It looks like this is what it's going to be all day long. There's some spots back there, like where the trail, I can barely even figure out where the trail is because there's debris washed onto it from the water flowing. What looks like a stream is actually the trail. So it's going to be a nasty day. It's much colder today. My hands are very cold. I sure am glad I didn't send home my rain gear, because they say, when it's warm you don't need rain gear, which makes sense, but this is not warm by any means. So my hands are cold, I'm wet, my feet are wet and soggy, and I'm not looking forward to tonight. It's supposed to be cold, like possibly low 40s. So it's going to be a nasty night getting into a cold, wet tent and sleeping gear. But you know what? I'm still so thankful to be out here. This is a great experience, and we'll just ride it out for whatever I can and enjoy every bit of it as much as I can. It's going to be those moments that really suck, but they say out here, embrace the suck. And they say no rain, no pain, no main. All the above are true. So just enjoy it in its own little way. And keep plugging away a mile at a time. Today's going to be slow going because of the water and what I have to deal with. Let me show you what I'm dealing with here. This is the trail. Okay. And the rocks are very slick because of the water on them. but it's an experience that I'm so thankful to have. So enjoy your. Okay, I just climbed probably about 1,500 feet or so, and I'm guessing up there in the clouds is where my next climb is too. But of course you got to go down first to get back up there. It's a good workout this morning, that's for sure. I was right. That was the hill I was going to climb, and I'm up in those clouds right now. Still got a ways to go to get up to the top by the looks of it. So it's a good one. This is what's known as a false summit, so I'm going up this trail here, and see right there is the top of the mountain, right? So that's what we think. I've seen too many of these, I know better. I'll show you what happens. So the trail ends, and then you have to make a turn for switchbacks, and it goes up, and then you look up there, and it goes way up. So there's a lot of those, and they're referred to as a false summit. Even with the bad weather, you got a little break in the fog or clouds, whatever you want to call them, and you get to see the good view. That wind didn't blow me off of here. Holy mackerel. So I'm guessing that might be the range we have to follow. Not sure. Just came from there and possibly up that range. I'm not sure about that though. I think we came from the other side. It's hard to tell when you're out here, but it's amazing. There's a break in the clouds. You can see out at the top of the mountains, you're up in the clouds, and it's just like fog up there. But down in the valley, way out there, it almost looks like might be some blue sky. I wish I knew the weather, but I don't. Stopped at the Devil's Backbone Brewing Company. Grabbed a burger. Now I'm going to go check out the camping area. So I actually met a gentleman who was working at the brewery, and he was able to get me a free beer. So nice. And I had a hamburger. And so now I've got, in the field where we're camping, I've got my tent drying upside down. I've got my rain jacket drying, my shoes taken apart, and my socks drying, and my Tyvek hanging off the porta-john door, which is like never used. It's like spotless. So I just have it drying. That's just the base that goes under the tent. So everything is drying, so it should be a lot lighter tomorrow to carry out of here. So we'll gonna turn in early tonight while it's still a little bit warm, and they have a shuttle going out around 8 o'clock in the morning, and they have a sausage gravy and biscuits in the morning. So sounds like a cool deal. Beginning of day 63. Not raining yet, but kind of looks like it might. So get the most out of it as I can before the rain hits. Got out of the Devil's Backbone nice and early this morning. They start serving breakfast at 7 o'clock. They have a hiker special for $5. It was potatoes, eggs, bacon, toast. So it was a good deal, and coffee. And one to go, actually. I had one to go because we had a hiker who was out with an injury who started down in Georgia in March, close to the time I did. But she was out with a torn muscle and wasn't going to be going back. So she's just going around doing trail magic. So she shuttled us right away. We didn't have to wait. She came into the restaurant and picked us up. Took a Energizer and myself back out. And so back out on the trail. And it feels so good to have some good breakfast in you. It's just really good. 2 cups of coffee. Fantastic. So I'd love to make it into Waynesboro tonight, but I highly, highly doubt that I will. It's a 20 plus, and conditions aren't great with the fording the streams and the mud and possibility of more rain. So we'll see. But I'm actually
have to have the brakes on because I'm meeting my daughter on Tuesday, so I don't want to get too far up, so I'm going to take it a little bit slow. So here we go, another day. Early on a Sunday morning, and no cars crossing the Blue Ridge Parkway again. I think I have to crisscross it a couple times today. I'm not sure exactly. And then towards the end of the day, we'll be getting to the end of the Blue Ridge Parkway, the northern end, where it's going to go into Skyline Drive. So, end of one road, beginning of another. So, Purdy. Much more manageable today. Yesterday, that was probably like tough. Still walking through some streams today, but I'm holding out hope that it doesn't rain today. These rocks are really slick through here. I don't know why. And there's lots of poison ivy on the side, so gotta keep covered up. Nice day though, nice day. Let's hope it stays this way. And straight across over there, right up in there, there's a squiggly line of buildings. I think that's the resort called Evergreen Resort. And I was right by that this morning. And probably down towards the base of it, where those buildings are down below in there. So that's where I came from, I guess, across that little ridge going down and then coming back up and going up from here, and then I do believe we'll take the ridge that way. So that's our route for today so far. I love when the trail looks like this. You get to climb it, it's a lot of fun. And then off to the right, while you're doing that, you get this view, but you don't want to spend too much time looking there when you're climbing on this stuff, or you'll end up down there. So you got a balance between the two. Up here pretty high up in the hills, and you walk along and you see these hand-stacked stones. Now this had to have been probably from the 1800s, I would guess. Some farmer was farming these fields, and those are stones that he plowed up. Amazing. Just think about the labor that went into that. Wow. I mean, that's before the tractors and backhoes and all that kind of stuff. All by hand, more than likely. Probably took years, but just look at this wall. And there's other walls too. This is the most dramatic one that I've seen. But you can see, if you look way out in the valley out there, this is no joke up here. Wow. I just can't believe oh, nice trip. How tough people used to be, you know. Imagine telling somebody to do that nowadays. Woo, yeah. And it goes on and on and on. Wow. Crossed the stream safely, and I slipped on a rock and slammed my knee pretty good. One of those pains that just makes you feel nauseous. So I'm just sitting here recuperating. The knee seems to be working. A little dent in the kneecap, so I don't know. I think it'll be alright though. Only got about 6.5 to 7 miles left tonight, so we'll see how it is. Well, the knee is working. I was a little concerned that I cracked it or something, the kneecap, because it got this weird dent in it. But I think that's just from swelling, because I don't think I'd be able to walk on it so easy if I did crack it. And it's painful, but I think it's just a bruise. So I'll keep walking so it doesn't stiffen up too bad. Maybe I'll be able to get some ice on it or something. Ooh, that hurts. When I get done tonight. We'll see. It's all part of the game, right? Oh well. Left of somebody's house. Wow. Cool. This is kind of exciting. I'm coming out into Rockfish Gap, and I believe it's near the northern terminus of the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's going to be close to Route 250 and Route 64. Now, anytime I've ever come down to University of Virginia with my daughter, we take 81. Well, I take 81 down to Route 64, the exit for 64, and take that towards Charlottesville. So it's just, and I've always just thought how beautiful the area is when I'm driving through here. It mesmerizes me. So it's just an amazing experience to be actually walking here from Georgia and going to see this highway from a different perspective. I don't imagine it'll be very interesting. I might show you a clip of it, but to me it's really quite an accomplishment. I mean, even if this is as far as I made it, it's amazing to me to have done this. So I'm going to be staying at a hostel tonight in Waynesboro. It's run on and operated by a ex-thru-hiker. Trying to think of the name of it. I can't right now. I'll probably show you some clips of it later though. And there's a sign up there, Rockfish Gap. Elevation's only 1,900 feet. This is one of the easiest days walking I've had in quite some time. They even cut the AT symbol into a log. Look at this. That looks like, I don't know if that's 250 or 64. This is so cool to me. All right, folks, talk to you later. Waynesboro, Virginia. I'm spending the night at Stanimals 328. The gentleman who owns and operates this opened up a hostel. He actually did a through hike of the trail a few years back, and he opened up this hostel. Now this is the neighborhood that he drove us into, and this is actually the hostel. It's just a beautiful suburban home, and nothing like I've ever seen for a hostel before. I'll take you for a quick tour as long as I don't get in anybody's way. So tomorrow I'm going to cut the grass for them for stay, a little work for stay. I noticed it was getting long, so I asked him if he had a landscaper, and he said no. So I said, would you like me to do it for you? So he said, sure. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Like I don't get enough walking in. So he picks you up from the trail in the BMW, the 750i. Never been picked up in a BMW before. And you come around the back, and they got the porch. And this is like a common area for everybody to use. He's got a couple of dogs here, which are really cool. And here's the gentleman. There's a Stanimal himself. You said you'd like it to be on YouTube, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. This is a common area for everybody to hang out.
Actually, I think
we got Energizer. Take care. First Sergeant and Joe. Okay. And then we come down here and we have a nice restroom to use. And downstairs is the hostel. They've got the bunk room. That's mine. And in the bunk room they have a couple of couches and a TV to sit in, sit and watch if you want to. And then they have a laundry area you can use. That's included. Soap and everything is there. They have a resupply area on the honor system. They have a refrigerator over here with stuff you can purchase. And they've got a price list there. It's pretty cool. All the sodas, waters, beer. And they have frozen pizza, ice cream sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, ice cream. A little pizza oven to cook it in. A little hot plate to cook on. And a little hiker fridge down the bottom. Very cool and unusual. I've never seen anything like it as far as hostels go. So that's Stanimals 328.